Hello, Rinpoche.
Hello.
Okay, so thank you, Eileen, for the message. So people are joining in. I can see that 50 have joined us so far. So I will start. So first of all, Tashidelek to all of you. I hope you are keeping safe and sane. I want to welcome you to our online series. I can see people jumping in the chat box. So yes, please feel free to send your messages there. You are not able to speak, but you are more than welcome to send your message by text in this chat box. Yes, once again, welcome to ADC's online series that we are bringing at this time to celebrate Tibetan culture and discuss the Tibet issue in these uncertain times. I hope that this online series will bring some comfort, some inspiration, and hopefully a renewed appreciation of why Tibet matters to our world. Over the past few weeks, we have been sharing our Tibetan food culture with you. I hope you have enjoyed them so far. So tonight we have a very special guest with us. Many of you would already know Yongey Mingyur Rinpoche. Mingyur Rinpoche, I would like to thank you for taking the time to share your wisdom with us this evening. Mingyur Rinpoche is someone who has devoted much of his life to the meditative and the philosophical traditions of Tibetan Buddhism. And not only that, he has taken a lifelong interest in science and Western science and psychology. Rinpoche is able to share and share with you Tibet's ancient wisdom in this kind of fresh and engaging manner. So I hope that with Rinpoche tonight, we'll be able to get some inspiration and inspiration about how we can kind of navigate this challenging journey that we are all on. So how it will work is our this talk is broadcast also on Facebook. So I'll be taking messages. I'll be looking at the messages that are coming through Facebook, and any questions that come through Facebook, I will share with Rinpoche. Likewise, people who are here on Zoom, please share your comments and messages here, which I will share with Rinpoche after the talk. So without much ado, I would like to request Rinpoche to lead us into this discussion tonight.
Thank you. So I'm very happy that can help to teach here online. So today the topic is about now we're all doing the social distance. So by doing that, sometime there's certainly broke our routine, kind of like every day we have this habit of busy, stress, and a lot of lists in our life, to-do list and chasing up all this, and now suddenly brought that. So then we have this sometimes feeling of uncomfortable, little bit feel of excitement, and sometimes depressed, and it may cause sometimes lonely, or some family has some people is taking as opportunity to learn each other, to grow, so having a fantastic time, but some people having more arguments and more difficult relationship. So I think the most important is we need to appreciate that this is a great opportunity now to develop yourself. So up to now, what we do is we chase our mind, our senses, everything chase out. And we are living almost like in between past and the future. We don't know how to be with the present. Especially we forget about ourselves. We forget about who am I. We forget about our body and mind connection. So we just worry about the future and regret about the past. So we are not here. Somehow we are lost, you know. Now I think this is the one of the best time that we should really reflect about ourselves and face inward, not only outward, face inward. So when we face inward and try to recognize who you are, try to learn about yourself, discover your true nature, actually amazing. You can discover that you never thought of before within yourself. This is, I think, very important. Few years back, a couple came to me, you know, and they're having big problem. The entire life having argument, every day fighting, argument, you know. And these both are kind of like really respect me, and they ask me, please bless us and give us special blessing that we will not argue anymore, you know. I think they are expecting me that I give some kind of like power, and then tomorrow no argument. So I told them I don't have that power or capacity. They both are a little bit disappointed, but then they said, anything from you is okay. So then I said, I can give you some advice. So the advice is, from tomorrow, every day, half hour's time. So kind of like half hour time for yourself, kind of like retreat. So don't watch television, no phone, and fully time dedicate this half hour just for both of you and talk about the good qualities within each of you. Try to talk about positive things. And they both say, okay, thank you, you know, and they gone. And I haven't met them for few weeks. And after a few weeks, they come back again. And they said, we try to discuss, you know, every day we set up half hour, but then half hour is too long. So they try to discuss something, after 5 minutes later, finish. The topic is finished. So they try to remember about when they first met. Oh, when I see you first time, I see you, you are great, kind, or understand, or there for me, or something. But, you know, now is not. Not a complaint, try to begin. Oh yeah, I see you are quite, you know, knowledgeable, but then they cannot communicate and they just kind of be quiet and then look at each other and then look at the watch. So then they asked me, what should I do? And I told them, I can give you a discount, you know. So from tomorrow, if you cannot do this discussion for half hour, then discount as 5 minutes. So big discount. So they both said, oh, 5 minutes is easy. We can do that. So then they gone. And I haven't met them for 1 year. After 1 year, they came back. And then they said, now half hour is not enough for them. Now for them, sometimes 1 hour. And what happened is, when you begin to discuss about the qualities, the great qualities within each other, actually you find, you discover a lot of things are there. Actually, they care each other. Actually, they love each other. There's a lot of great qualities within them, but they ignored before. They just try to look at the negative one and try to exaggerate. So, and this is also in science and many in the meditative tradition, what we call normally, if we have 10 qualities within us, 9 of them are positive and 1 negative. Normally what we do is we only look at the 1 negative and we ignore 9 good qualities within ourselves, and we exaggerate that negative, just 1 negative. So that's what we do normally. So therefore, I think with this couple, their life is changed, and they said, "Wow, this is kind of a miracle." And then at the same time, the main problem for them is husband want to control normally everything. Has to he need to involve. He has to make the guideline everything. But the wife problem is always a worry about everything. So, and this is why they both always have this argument. So now they cannot really change their personality right away. It's not easy to change people's personality. But now they accept each other. They accept each other's personality, and they put sense of humor in that. So what they do is, the husband go out, and when the husband come in, husband knock the door, and then make a joke. The most powerful person in the world is coming, because he want to control. So he joke about his own personality, and then wife open the door, and the wife says, "The most warriors person welcome you." So I think this is really great. There's awareness there, bring awareness into both whatever personality and acceptance there. And at the same time, they both not giving up. They both try to transform. They both try to understand each other, how to work together. So therefore, I think during this time that maybe some of you are families together and every day seeing there might be very difficult. Some of you are alone there and you might feel isolation. And some of you might seeing some of your friends or family members are affected by this virus, or even someone dying. So the most important is what I call normally let it go, but don't give up. So letting go and giving up is different. So letting go is accept the situation. It is a real, whatever experience is happening, accept it. But accept doesn't mean you just give up. Do nothing. So don't give up. Try to learn from this. Try to grow from this situation. Try to improve yourself. So today, maybe I would like to discuss about appreciation, the gratitude practice. So, and this is every day you need to appreciate about 5 things, maybe 5 things about yourself, 5 things about your environment with your friends and family, or 5 things about the relationship with you and your friends and family and society, or 5 things about the world. So in general, there's a lot of good things happening now in the world. And some scientists saying that when they do research, right now is the lowest violent rate in the entire human history. Because in the past, they fight each other, and people might have a gun and they just kill each other, But now it's become less and less. There's a lot of good things when we look at the television. So normally, if there's bad news, then we are really our eyes become very big like this, and we look at those news. Why? Actually, it's a good sign, because the good news are we think, of course, yes, that's normal. But then the bad news become special. It's rare, Our mind always try to detect something special, something abnormal. So the bad news, like this. Good news is normal. So this is also a good sign. But then what happened is in our mind, what we call monkey mind, then we sometimes exaggerate and we don't see a lot of good things within us about the world. We don't see it. So from today, use this opportunity, the social isolation as social distance as kind of a great opportunity. I sometimes look for to retreat. I went to the mountains. Sometimes I do retreat by myself, and these retreat opportunities very rare for me, not easy to find. And for you also, if you are continued working in the world where there's a lot of busy, lot of deadline, lot of stress, cannot find such like time now. So use this time to reflect yourself, to discover yourself. And how to discover? 5 appreciation. So from today on, you can write down a piece of paper, just 5 things to appreciate. And this appreciation need to change every day a little bit. Maybe you can appreciate today about yourself, or maybe appreciate about relationship with you and your friends or family, or about the world, or about the food, about your action, how you interact with others, how you help others. So different topic, so you feel exciting. Then after a certain level, maybe 5 is not enough. You might have a lot of things to appreciate. So once you discover these great things within you and about through appreciation, then life will transform. Okay, so now we will do a little bit of practice meditation together. So first, I would like to teach a simple meditation practice. Please keep your spine loosely straight and close your eyes. And first, relax muscles in your body from head to feet. Just be as it is. If you cannot relax, that's okay. Allow that you cannot relax. When you allow that you cannot relax, that means you're relaxing. So giving permission to yourself, relax or not relax or whatever, just give permission, whatever. An acceptance of there's nothing right or wrong. Just be with it. So the being is the awareness. You don't have to do anything. Being is the meditation. So be with your body. And now please to be aware of sensation within your body. From head to feet. You can scan your body slowly from head to feet and observe or be with whatever sensation, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral sensations. And it is so wonderful that you don't need to do anything. Normally in our life, we always try to do something. And when we do something, then there's a worry whether we are doing right or wrong, correct or incorrect. Now, you don't need to do anything, you just be. So correct is okay, incorrect is okay. Pleasant is okay, unpleasant is okay. Neutral sensation is okay, or you cannot find sensation, it's also okay. So be with yourself. You are wonderful. You are free. Awareness is there throughout the body, From head to feet, there is awareness. And the sensations is like cloud. The clouds are there in the sky, and sky is free from cloud. The nature of sky is free from cloud. So your awareness is like sky. And this thought, emotion, feeling, perception is like cloud. Let them come, let them go. You are not the thought. You are not the emotion. And when you do that, your awareness is become more free. And this is the real kind and compassion to yourself. You're not fighting with yourself. When you allow that, even mistakes is okay. That's the great forgiveness. So now you have a lot of great things within yourself. You just recognize the awareness is always there in you, just like sky. It is free, present. How nice. Please appreciate that you have this wonderful awareness. Awareness is your mind. Awareness is consciousness. How nice you have this wonderful mind. And that awareness right now, you are trying to allow right or wrong or both, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, or even cannot find them. You are allowing all this. There's a great kind to yourself, great love, great forgiveness. So appreciate that. How wonderful. I have this innate love and compassion. And now you are recognize this awareness. And you are trying to allow this, try to accept all these thought and emotions. This is wisdom also. This great wisdom, this recognition. So appreciate that you have this wonderful wisdom. And not only you have wisdom, love and compassion, and awareness, there's a thought, there's emotion, there's feeling, there's perception. It's like cloud. Wonderful. Let them come, let them go. Why not? As long as if you're not lost with them, you need them. Sky has cloud, it's good. Nothing wrong. Not only now you have this thought and emotion, but you have this body, amazing body. You have brain, heart, organs. You are breathing right now. How amazing. Appreciate that you are alive. Now slowly open your eyes and look around. How wonderful that you have these wonderful eyes, can see things, can hear the sound, can smell, taste, touch. How wonderful. Okay. Finish. How was it? So normally when we begin to do this meditation, sometimes what happened in our mind, there's bala 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 yada yada yada. So many thought, emotion may come. That's totally okay. No problem. Let them come, let them go. Don't block them. If you try to block them, they become worse, Don't think about the pizza. Don't think about the pizza. So when you not try to think about pizza, you will think of pizza more. So therefore, this is really important that as long as if you not forget your body, not forget your feeling, or not forget this appreciation, then glimpse of thought here and there, let them come, let them go. So this is no problem. So try this every day, 5 things to appreciate, and then you will feel your life something different. You will discover great qualities within yourself. And if you do that with the appreciation about your friends and family, you will have new discovery. And about the world, same thing. So traditional, what we call, in your house, if you have diamond and rubies, a lot of them in your house, maybe few kilos, but then your house is broken, half broken, you don't have much things to eat, you don't have much things to wear, you feel like really poor. But actually you have 5 kilos of diamond at your home. The main problem is you are not recognize your own diamond. If you not recognize your own diamond, then diamond become same as piece of stone. Although you're very rich, but if you are not recognize you're rich, isn't it? So same thing, we all have this great diamond within ourselves. So this is the time to discover it and to transform. Thank you. So now we will do some Q&A. Is there any questions? I cannot hear you.
Thank you, Rinpoche. That was such a beautiful message and a beautiful, very strong session that you just led us. So yeah, there were some nice messages coming from our supporters. Theodora Ellen saying it was a beautiful and strong meditation. I felt very joyous to hear Rinpoche talking, teaching meditation. Then lots of people saying thank you to you. One person, Elaine Barry, is saying, we please request that Rinpoche, Mingyur Rinpoche, to come and teach us here in Australia when the borders open up and it is safe for us to travel again. So that's a special request coming from Australia. So I just want to put
it. Keep in my mind.
I can see one message, but it's not very clear. Kamaishi Kando, if you can please make it more clear, I think we can benefit from that. The question is, why sometimes when feeling lonely for a long time, when I practice my energy movement going more stronger?
So yeah, we have sometimes this energy movement, which is there are 4 things with the energy movement. One is physical sign like vibration in the body, feels the opening here, closing heat or spine, there's tingling. And then second is sensory perception, see something, hear something. And third is the sense of energy, or positive energy here, negative energy here. Last is emotion up and down. So sometimes when we meditate in the body, what we call prana, bindu, nadi, meaning the energy, the cells, and the nerves, they are transforming, which is good, from impure to pure. And that process, many people have this energy movement. So most important is don't care about this. So 4 things here. 2 is real. The sense, the sense in the body, like vibration, pressure, tight, like electric movement in the body, these are real. And emotion up and down is real. But the sensory perception, not real. You see Buddha or ghost or enlightened being or Mara, don't care. Whatever sound or messages, don't care. And sense of energy, don't care about those. So treat as just like 3D television. So that is the most important. And then also physical exercise is really important. Aerobic exercise, maybe hiking at your home, maybe jumping. Now I'm doing kind of like jumping rope exercise at my home, and I have this one exercise called jumping breathing exercise. I just come up with that. I do this also. If you don't know about jumping breathing, so you can do anything aerobic kind of exercise. That's really good for meditation, also good for energy movement, good for the special, the anxiety, loneliness, all this mental, the destructive emotions like depression, all this is really beneficial.
Thank you, Rinpoche. So one question that was sent to us actually a few days ago from a member, Sharla Strelen. So her question is there a way we can replace physical contact, especially hugs, with those we love?
Oh, now is the social distance time. So right now we have to be really listen to the expertise, the doctor's advice. So having 6 feet distance is quite important. But normally, yes, of course, the hug is the special with the warm heart, with the kind, with the care. I think these are beneficial also. Anything which is coming out from love and compassion, I think is really, really beneficial.
Thank you. Question from Hussein Salahuddin. Rinpoche, do you have any suggestions on how we can turn our home isolation into home retreat?
I'm doing now home retreat. So I'm doing every day 4 sessions of meditation. Then my retreat is not very tight retreat. So I'm giving online teachings and interview with online here and there. And in between session, what I do is I also reflect myself. I study the Buddhist philosophy and Buddhist the great texts. We have 5 great texts in the past. So for 9 years, this is kind of like this university level. So for 9 years and 2000, I finished all of those. So now, after that, I didn't read really carefully. So now I'm reading those. Wow, wonderful. It's, I feel a lot of aha moment because I've been continue practice meditation. Also, I have a lot of discussion with the modern scientists. So now when I read these texts, wow, Buddha already discovered this 2,500 years before. So this is really, really giving me a lot of happy, joy, improvement, development. And at the same time, what I'm doing is sometimes I'm planting some vegetables now. Grains, vegetables. I have this garden here. And sometimes my mom cook for me, and my brother nearby, hope walking distance, brought some dishes, and I'm planning to cook myself also. So I think these are really nice, and so every day it's become kind of like exciting day, something new, something really transform yourself. And I do also physical exercise. So I do 4 sessions of meditation, which has really helped me. At the same time, in between, I do physical exercise. I do some interaction with the nature. So I think we should do something like this at your home. You can see, I don't know what, everybody has different home, different things. So just use your wisdom, use your heart, try to be creative, try to be transformative. This is a great opportunity. It become the kind of like real retreat.
Thank you. Question from Paul Foley. Thank you, Rinpoche. Very calming. How do we hold on to this calmness in everyday life?
So normally we should do one daily meditation. We need to set up routine every day. So maybe if you are new to meditation, every day 5 minutes. So that you can do in the morning or evening, is depend on you. These 5 minutes meditation, you have to fully time dedicate for your meditation. So no television, no smartphone, no communication, keep silent, fully time dedicate. So maybe you just do it right now, back to the body, and then appreciation, like that. Then after that, you can meditate everywhere, anytime, with anything, while you're walking, talking, doing exercise, watching television, looking on your smartphone, anytime. Just glimpse of being with the body, just 1 or 2 seconds. Or appreciation, see something, appreciate. A flower, wonderful, appreciate. A friends or family, just appreciate that they are here. So when we do that again and again, then our mind begin to transform. Then eventually you will see a lot of great qualities about you, about the world, about the others.
Thank you. Question from Julie Fletcher. Rinpoche, your message of using this social distance time to look within and develop ourselves is so valuable, as is the suggestion to appreciate 5 things. Are there more online teachings and practice we can join?
I'm doing, what is the name? Dergar something. Dergar meditation community on. So I'm doing every Sunday online teaching about 45 minutes. And this is the 3rd week. So I will continue for a few weeks. So there's step-by-step practice. So you can go through the YouTube, I think. Tergar meaning Tergar.
I have typed the letter, the text in the chat box. So Tergar Buddhist community, Rinpoche heads this Buddhist community, which is an international
Tergar, meditation community.
International network of meditation centers. So yes, if you can visit that YouTube channel, which is available. So I'm also looking at comments that are coming through Facebook. We have a message from Tenzin Lobsang Kangsar. Question from Tenzin Lobsang Kangsar. How do we control our mind if we have lost a loved one during this COVID-19?
So normally you can pray for them, dedicate for them, especially if you meditate. In the beginning of meditation, you need to set the motivation, what we call Bodhichitta. So today I'm going to meditate in order to benefit the loved one, whatever the person who lost life, and all beings, to help them and help them to fully recognize their true nature, the enlightened nature within all the beings. Therefore, I'm going to meditate. So then you can meditate after that, aware of your body or appreciation, gratitude, whatever. Then let's say 5 minutes, end of 5 minutes, you dedicate, special that person who died and all beings, and dedicate them. May they find peace, may they be free, may they fully recognize their true nature. So if you do that, that really helps, and also helps for you because you can do something. And then at the same time, we need to accept the impermanence of life. So what we call life is like wave of the ocean, go up and down, up and down. So it is something which is sometimes we cannot control, what we call natural suffering, like getting old, sick, and die. This I cannot control. So whatever we have, we can do something. We have the solution. We don't have to worry because it's okay. we have solution and we know solution. If we don't know solution and we cannot change, then accept it. The worry no benefit. Too much feeling not benefit. So think about those and also pray. I think it will help.
Okay, so if you have any questions, so please put them here in the chat box, also on Facebook. It looks like they are mostly comments to thank Rinpoche. So someone saying, Rinpoche, you look so healthy and peaceful, and you look like you really practice what you're telling us to do, and it works for you. So your advice is so clear and easy. Thank you. So a lot of people simply saying thank you to you, Rinpoche. So Rinpoche, would you like to add anything more, or?
Yeah, I think the three things summarized from my talk, what we call view, meditation, and applications. The view is here, our basic goodness. We have this wonderful quality within ourselves: awareness, love and compassion, wisdom, skills, capacity. So a lot of things within ourselves. So to understand that is the view. Meditation is try to appreciate about 5 things in everyday life. Begin by be aware of your body and be aware of sensation in your body. Then whatever comes in your mind, appreciate about you, others, and about the world. So this is the meditation. Then application, apply this in everyday life with the relationship with other people, with the relation with the social, with yourself being alone. If you're alone, there's a lot of things that you can appreciate. Even you're wash dishes. Well, wonderful, I wash dishes. I'm breathing. I'm alive. Wonderful, isn't it? I have these eyes. Wonderful. Go outside. Look at the trees, grass, mountains, sky. Wonderful. Appreciate. So do that. So then that will be very beneficial.
Thank you. Rinpoche, one question, 2 more questions actually. The first one is, how can we concentrate our mind when we are doing meditation? Sometimes I lose my concentration in between. Please advise how we can control our mind.
Concentration at the beginning always lost. Cannot continue too long. What we call is few seconds, you will lose. But it's okay. Come back again. So don't try to make one concentration long. When they lost, okay, but then come back again, repeat again. So what we call short time, it is short. Let it be short. We don't have the attention span, not too long, actually. It's just glimpse. Keep it like that way, but repeat again. Then the automatically become longer and longer. Cannot become longer by force. It has to come by habit automatically. So what we call the traditional example is, if there's empty container, and within this empty container, the drop of water liquid fall into this empty container one by one. In the end, even this big empty container will be full of water, just like that.
Thank you. Next question is, dear Rinpoche, what is a good practice for a child who is anxious about COVID? I can guide the kid.
Yeah, so I think first important is you have to really listen to the child. You cannot say, no, it's no problem, there's nothing happened. So has to be more realistic and try to understand, try to listen, be there. It's very important. At the same time, try to discuss how to work with it. So you can do some meditation together or physical exercise together, or explore something new, maybe gardening, maybe reading book or something together. So I think these are really important. For the meditation wise, can do the sound meditation, or if child is too slow, child is too small, then you have to do very short time with the playful. You cannot really restrict, you cannot really control the child.
So one last question from K. Irwin. When we are overcome with a strong negative emotion, when we are trying to meditate, how can we work with that?
So there are two steps. First, what we call, you need to change your focus. So therefore, you can do breathing meditation, you can do listen to sound, you can do mental recitation, which is you can come up just word in your mind, or you can have some mantra in your mind, recite in your mind with silence. Or yeah, I think these three, there's a lot of meditation techniques at the beginning. These three is good. So that helps to change your focus with the strong emotion. But at the same time, that really helps to familiar with awareness. So what we call the essence of meditation is awareness. And awareness meaning knowing. Your mind, your consciousness is knowing. So you will recognize awareness and connect with awareness. So that's the first step. So at least 1 month, if you are new to meditation, every day 5 minutes, do this breathing or sound or mental recitation for 1 month. Then after that, you can use panic, anxiety, whatever strong emotion as support for your meditation. How to do that? Watch this. So how to watch? Just I did with the scan the body, right? So panic, anxiety, depression, whatever this strong emotion, it has sensation, a lot of sensation in the body. So watch this sensation. So when you see this sensation, you are out of sensation, but sensation is still there. So what we call, if you see the river, you're out of river, but river is still there. For some people, you cannot find sensation. The moment when you look at the sensation dissolves. So panic dissolves, anxiety, depression dissolves. 1 or 2 seconds gap. Be with the gap. So watch the sensation, true experience. One you can see, one you cannot see. Both are good. And the main thing is the awareness. So if you do that, then eventually the sensation become support for your meditation, just like breath, just like sound.
All right. There's one last question, so we'll take that and make that the final question. So Rinpoche, we are in a state of Parto at the moment. How do we take this opportunity we have been given? We are in a state of Parto. At the moment. How do we take this opportunity we have been given for transformation and carry it forward in a sustainable way when things go back to normal, whatever that normal will be?
Yeah, I think what we call Barto meaning in between stage, in intermediate. So right now we are in the between state. These are really our all habitual, our all life is kind of like break now. And then what we call normal Barto, there are Barto of moment of dying, Barto of spontaneous present, Barto of becoming, 3 stages. So in life also right now, the first one, dying. So we feel like suddenly unexpected situation may come. We feel like we are falling, melting, kind of like disappearing. So a lot of those things may occur, a lot of panic also. So I think now we are having those things. But what we call in this moment, we accept that. Don't give up. Don't give up the hope. Actually, you will learn a lot. If you continue to stay in that without giving up, of course you let go, but don't give up. Then second stage is what we call spontaneous present, meaning become everything lucidity, less concept, uncertainty also, but openness, and some kind of like what we call plasticity. In that moment, you are really easy to change yourself. That's the most easy flexibility is there. So in that moment, you can direct yourself for the future, what you want to become. So then after that, part of becoming, then you're becoming something. So first stage, if you go through first two stage well, now you're becoming much more, you become grow, you learn more, you grow, you become more wiser, you become more peaceful. If not, then you become, you stuck in something else. So there's three stage. So keep it that in your mind. So actually, what I hoping through this pandemic right now, I think we will learn a lot globally. We are human, has great intelligence. We have great capacity. I think this will grow a lot.
Thank you. There was one question that was sent to us some time ago, but I didn't see that. So if I may, Rinpoche, I will just send this last question to you. How do we handle unknown fear that keeps surging during this period?
Yes. So first step, when the fear comes, go back to the breath. Fear comes, back to breath. Fear comes, back to breath. Second step, the unknown fear. Watch this sensation of unknown fear. And actually, as I mentioned, we have 10 qualities. We have 10 qualities within us, 9 positive, 1 negative, isn't it? So our worry, unknown, normally making 1 negative as 90%. We don't see great 90% of great things within us. The scientist says normally 99% of what our worry will not happen actually. So it's just our mind making, it's kind of like opinion. You don't need to listen to opinion. Let them come, let them go.
Thank you, Rinpoche. I think on this note, we will end here. So on behalf of Australia Tibet Council and all our entire community, I want to thank Rinpoche for taking the time this evening and sharing your wisdom with us, and helping us navigate this difficult period for the entire humanity. We are fortunate, to be able to turn to you, Buddhist teachers like yourself, and of course, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and Tibetan Buddhist masters in the exile community are able to share the teachings of Tibetan Buddhism with the whole world. But sadly, in Tibet, under the Chinese rule, Tibetans are not able to meaningfully practice their culture. Tibetan Buddhism faces a serious threat under the Chinese oppressive rule. Tibetans are persecuted even for their religious beliefs. They can be arrested even for possessing a photo of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, or celebrating his birthday. As many of you would be already aware, how the Chinese government is, now trying to kind of control the Tibetan reincarnation system. And atheist government, who doesn't believe in religion in the first place, is now, interested in controlling this ancient, system. And also many of our supporters here will be very aware of what has happened to the Panchen Lama Gyendun Chögyal Nyima, who was abducted at the age of 25 years ago. Sadly, this year marks the 25th anniversary of the disappearance of the Panchen Lama. This is what we do, Tibetans in exile, Tibet support groups like Australia Tibet Council, the Tibetan government in exile, to make sure that the Tibetan people inside Tibet are able to, freely practice their culture and religion meaningfully, ensure that the Tibetan people have the right to self-determination, that we are able to control our own destiny. So it means a great deal to receive your support from the supporters in Australia and around the world. So I just want to take the opportunity to thank you all for your support, and please join us in this work to protect Tibetan culture, because as we can see very clearly that Tibetan culture, which is based on nonviolence and compassion and interconnectedness, is not only for Tibet or the Tibetans, it is for the benefit of the whole world. So please join us in our work. For those of you who are already on our mailing list, please consider supporting us, making a financial contribution during this difficult time. For all groups, and those of you who are not on the mailing list, please consider joining Australia Tibet Council. We have lots of important work coming up. First upcoming is the Tibet Lobby Day, during which we will talk about the Panchen Lama, during which we'll talk about what China is doing to the reincarnation system involving His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So please join us on atc.org.au, those of you who are already not on a mailing list. And finally, I forgot to mention that Rinpoche, apart from his profound yet accessible Buddhist teachings, he's also the author of a few very important books, and I hope that by sharing these titles with you, I am hoping that you will take the chance to read these books, because it has brought benefit to many of our supporters. So some of his books, the best-selling book actually that came on the New York Times bestseller list, The Joy of Living, Unlocking the Secret of Science and Happiness. That's one book. And his more recent books are Turning Confusion into Clarity. Likewise, there is Joyful Wisdom, Embracing Change. And for those with children, there's also a beautiful book called Sichi, the puppy that learned to meditate. So I'm definitely going to get that Rinpoche for my daughter. It sounds beautiful. All right, so I want to once again thank Rinpoche. I wish you well, and thank you for your wisdom. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
Thank you.